Ciao a tutti and welcome to Venice Talks, a podcast series about Venice in Italy. My name is Monica Cesarato and I am a Venetian food and travel blogger. I'm going to put my insider knowledge at your disposal to help you discover Venice at 360 degrees. Each week, I will be chatting to the people who really matter, the Venetian. So follow me on the discovery of its artisans, writers, fashion designers, artists, glassmakers, bloggers, and much, much more. Come to visit Venice the right and sustainable way. You can find me on my blog www.monicacesarato.com and also on all social media. Enjoy the episode. Welcome back to Venice Talks, episode number 39. Hi everybody and welcome back to Venice Talks. Today my special guest is Renato Carrain from the most famous hotel in Venice, that it is Angelo Art Hotel. Ciao Renato, how are you?
Good morning, fine, thank you, and welcome in our interview, Venetian interview.
Thanks. Okay, so I usually don't interview people from hotels because there's too many in Venice, but I wanted to make an exception for yours because the story of your, let's say, of your family, the hotel, and before the hotel is a bit particular because it's connected. You're still there, yes?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah. Okay. No, I heard a funny noise. It's connected to Peggy Guggenheim. So first of all, let's talk about who is the Carrain family.
Carrain family started in 1847 after the Second World War, and they opened a little restaurant close to the actual position. And because, San Marco Square was the center of Venice, but just 50 meters from San Marco Square was out of the center, was really like now is Castello or Canareggio. So it was really a normal restaurant. Then they moved to the actual position of the hotel and they opened the All'Angelo restaurant. That it was a family one, but during the 50, thanks to my grandfather, which have the same name of me, Renato, and a very important art critic, Giuseppe Marchiori, they started to renew all the young artists that in Venice, with the restarting of the Biennale after the World War, they need a place to spend the evening, to speak about art, to show our painting, because they have the problem that they were really young, without any gallery like now. All the
very poor as
and
well.
So the restaurant was very big, so they keep just a couple of tables, and they eat, they speak, and with my grandfather and other people who saw. They were drawing maybe, or they were speaking about politics, sports. It was really an evening, a cultural evening, okay? Now for instance, in Rome, you call salotti now, no?
Yes.
Salotti. But what's happened? At the end of the month, all the bills arrived to my grandmother. They asked, how will they pay this stuff, these bills?
Of course, yeah.
And so my grandfather said, okay, we will see. They give me some picture.
Okay.
So we keep the picture and they will sell other pictures, so they will give the money. This never happened. And they start to put all the picture on the walls of the restaurants. Okay?
Right.
This starts to make really a bigger movement. And the young painters became famous painters, and the movement of their brainstorming about politics, about the change of the arts, because in these years the camera, the picture of the camera, the photograph start, and so all the drawing of the same thing you see now, like San Giorgio, like a church, became old style, because the camera was better. Okay, so the people want to see pictures, not drawings. And so they started with a Fronte Nuovo delle Arti, that it was a modern art. So what they see, they change in their mind, and they put some colors, some draws that they feeling inside. This start this part of the modern art in Venice, like Vedova, Pizzinato, Santomaso, Bacci, several people. So Angelo became the central of the after Biennale. Okay, now there's a lot of parties, events, and in '52 there was just the Angelo. We have the prize after the prize ceremony of Rauschenberg, who won in '52 the Biennale. They came here and they make the party, starting from 7 o'clock in the evening and finish at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, la la!
So many
was a
people.
Party, was
yes, it? But so many people that no one have to eat because it was impossible, and so they make just orange screwed and champagne. So they spent all the night today to give this to everyone. No.
Oh my God. Okay, I can't imagine a lot of drunk people walking around.
Yes, but you know, in Venice you have not to drive, so no problem.
Yeah, that's true. You're right. I can just see them all in St. Mark's Square lying down.
When Peggy arrived in Venice and from Paris, they asked to some friends, gallerists, I would like to find this artist, this young artist, this movements. I want to see how they work. I said, where they find where they are the laboratory, okay? And they said, no, just go dining to Alangelo, you will find everyone. And that's happened. So Peggy arrived, and sitting in the table that after 20, 30 years became the table of Peggy. And she arrived with a gondola with her dogs, and start to speak with Emilio Vedova, Giuseppe Santomaso, other painter. And so it became as a tradition to spend the evenings twice a week to speak about art. And she started to think about the museum. Because you know, the actual museum of Peggy, it was a house of Peggy.
Yeah, it was a home.
He lived there. Yeah. So the actual part is the old house, and there is the new part where they make the front now, the front exhibition. Okay, and so this it was the movie. After this, my grandfather asked to Pizzinato, Vedova, Santomaso, and Perilli to make il trittico, to make some very long picture to put close to the roof. And this was the main explosion of this typical part of the art of these years. And this is the witness of that period. Now, all the pictures are in a foundation because the restaurant is changing, and now is a brand, international brand, and so all the pictures are in a foundation in Polesella in Rovigo in Villa Morosini.
Okay, so they can still all be seen.
We built the same table of Peggy. We built was the same chairs, same table, same dish.
Cool.
And so who wants to go to see all the collection that we have a couple of big explosion in Padova, in Venice. Now it's in Villa Morosini. Okay, and so there is a little part of the old Alangelo.
Cool.
What's happened now after the pandemic period? We start to make the same thing, but in a modern way with the hotel.
Yes, you have.
All the hall is a temporary gallery, and we give the space to new artists for a couple of months, 2-3 months, to expose their painting. This is because we want, our message is to give that the art is a very it's not something that you have to go to the museum or in a gallery. It's something for everyone.
For
you
everyone,
have to sit, take a drink, sit and see just the canal or see hear the music and see this picture. Every 3 months they're changing. The artist is changing, and so the hotel is changing. And so we give this kind of impact to the clients who maybe they come back after 2-3 months and they see the completely different painting.
Yeah,
and this is something we want to make sure that the clients came to Venice and have the real expression of Venice. That is culture, is enogastronomic, and is not just walking to see San Marco Square and go away. They have to live the city.
So it's very interesting that you decided to carry on this art feeling, this this love for art from your parents, your grandparents. But I had the opportunity to come into the hotel. So you don't have just the paintings, though, just in the hall. I mean, the new paintings, the new artists in the hall. But actually, throughout the hotel, you have a fantastic collection. Is there the remnants of the paintings from the restaurant that
we have? Yes, we have some copy of the Trittico. So the most important that is really in the foundation. We have the copy, and we put in some suites of the copy. Plus, we have a real paint of the same artist. Then, after every vernissage, the paint who expose in the hall leave a piece that is going to work in all the corridor, in all the stairs of the hotel. So we have already about 10 pictures of the last 10 artists. And we give the opportunity to the client to see the other painters.
How do you pick the artists? I mean, how do you pick them? How do you know which one?
It's a big collaboration between the person who made the first exposure, that is Giandomenico Romanelli and Luciano Zerbinati, who made the foundation. Then we have now, before it was just we saw something, we like it, and so we ask. Now the thing is changed. Now we have more or less 3-4 requests every month.
Wow!
And so we are calendarizing all the exhibition. And for instance, we are speaking about June 2024 already now.
Oh, wow.
So it's very good because we are not just Italian painter, but next one will be a Brazilian one, for instance. We have now we have Alfredo Pini, that is Italian. Before we have Luda Rodin, that is from New York. So really it's we have like a commission. It is me, Luciano Zerbinati, and Isabella Mura. Isabella Mura is our art manager, who spent a lot of time even in the hotel, giving the chance to our clients to ask about the Venice, the exhibition, but even for speak about the arts in Venice, which are the best collection to see now, because there are a lot of little gallery in Venice that they are working very good. Even the year not of the Biennale of Art, but even in the architectural one. And we try to make a kind of chain and to help each other to give and to raise the quality of what we propose. And this is a long journey, but it's working on it. I didn't know that the speed of the world, and you are an expert of this, by the social is working. Working, and is arriving the feedback that a lot of people likes to see something that is it's an experience.
Yes, but it makes your hotel, let's say, how can I say, is different. It's like walking in a home rather than walking into a hotel. I mean, I see when you have beautiful, I mean, beauty is not just about the interiors design. I think it's very important. And as you say, the fact that you change every 3 months, the paintings in the walls, every time you walk in is different. Every time I walk, like, oh, okay, what's this now?
Yes.
You know.
But you see on the stairs, the old one.
Yes.
And so you have the memory of what you saw.
Of course. So how, okay, first of all, did you ever actually meet Peggy?
I have a remind. I was very, very little, and she was quite old. But I remember because I remember this old madam with I think 2 dogs she had, because all the other was already dead. And I saw just a couple of times in the restaurant. I was really a child, and but I have met the actual director that is a nephew of Peggy, is Mrs. Vale, and we make a picture in Polesella in the foundation. There was me, Mrs. Vale, and the nephew of Marchiori. So the 3 nephews, third generation of what in 52 happens in L'Angelo.
Cool, that's so nice. And what about, have you got any funny stories from your grandparents that they told you about Peggy? Some insights that other people don't know about it. What was she like when she, what did she eat? What did she like eating or something?
She likes to arrive without any bookings. In fact, the problem was to keep the table. And of course, all the waiters said, no, this evening she will not arrive. And so they sailed the table. No? And when she arrived with a gondola, with the dogs, the problem was to go to the client to say, sorry, but the table of Peggy. And the only way to get up the clients was to offer the dinner.
Oh no!
We said, okay, we move to another table and we offer you the dinner. So it was a double problem.
I hope she spent a lot of money when she came in the restaurant.
We preferred the picture, the drawing from her, but unfortunately she paid with cash.
Okay. Now in hindsight,
we prefer the Apollo from Peggy instead of the money.
Now, back in the days, I'm pretty sure your granddad wanted the money. He had to pay the bills. Okay. And what about your parents? What did they, how long did they work in the restaurant for?
But from 2005, 2006, all the family was there. And then my father died. My grandfather died very young, and so the tradition of L'Angelo moved to sports and politics, because the family moved to this kind of passion and hobbies. Then after 2007, we tried to put the part of the restaurant in a professional way, not a family one, because the world is changing. And so a big family can arrange something, but we are not so many. So for instance, my grand-grandfather has got 8 brothers. So it's quite difficult to manage a big house with alone. So now our family is following the hotel department, and this is easier. So we have the time to put some ideas on this mission, that is to make easily and without a big cost an instrument to send art to everyone, to people. In the hotel you have really a lot of countries.
Of course.
And so you can see an Australian sitting close to a French, to a United States, to a South American people, to see the same picture and to give different impact.
Yeah, of course.
And this is good, even because now Instagram, they make the picture, they speak about this thing, and then I would like to know what they take with them in their country of what we give as an experience. So the same picture, if we try to give the remembering of Venice, not just the city, but what they feel, looking something that the artist show to them, different feelings.
When did you actually realize you wanted to do that? I mean, when did you decide to turn the hotel into this?
This is starting 2019.
Okay.
After the
Acqua Alta.
the big Brava. Yes, that's right. After the Acqua Granda, because we had a lot of problems because the water arrived everywhere.
Wow.
So we have to.
Did you have a lot of damages?
Yes. Unfortunately, yes.
All over ground floor, I assume.
The ground floor. I have I have the boots of the Acqua Alta that arrived to me to the ankle, more or less.
Okay.
To the and now in that week I have to buy the one of the fishermen.
Yeah, they were impossible to find.
Yes. I found in Brescia. I remember I found in Brescia.
Oh my God, you had to find them in Brescia. Oh la la. Okay.
It was a shop of sailing and fishing, and so all the damages was very big, and we have to renew everything. And so we thought about it. Okay, we have to do something different. And the temporary gallery, I saw one wonderful temporary gallery in Milan, and they said, why not? And so we changed the colors, and we put all the stuff that the gallery had. We have the lights, the system of putting the picture on the wall. Everything is built as a gallery, as a museum. Okay.
And I mean, the lighting in your hall is really, really good, I got to say, because no matter what painting is there, it really has a beautiful lighting, I mean, you can see properly. It's not, sometimes you go in museums, you go like, the painting is beautiful, but the lighting is absolutely terrible. You did a really great job, I got to say. It's really good.
Well, we are happy about it, and the artists, when they came, they are very happy to put their job on the wall, and this is the first prize for us. And then the clients will give we hope other prizes to come back in the same hotel twice, 3 times. It's for us the best prize because they like it, the hotel, and they like it what we think about the art and Venice. It's our message of Venice. This.
You also did a book about the story of your family, and with the pictures are amazing. They're really, I mean, the collection of pictures. And I don't even have an idea how many pictures are in this book. Hundreds.
I think more than 200.
Oh wow! And this is all from your family collection.
Yes.
Wow.
It started with the exhibition in Querini Stampalia. Now we made with the foundation a big exhibition in Querini Stampalia, and we have to make a catalog, And so we start with Gian Domenico Romanelli, Luciano Zerminati, Pascaline Vatten, who were the mind of this, to speak about the catalog. And they asked me about a picture or about a letter we found that maybe Peggy wrote to my grandfather and about an artist. And I started to tell them what I remember and what they told me when I was younger, when I was a child. After a couple of days, Gian Domenico phoned me and said, we have to make a book of this. We cannot make a catalog. Yes. And so the catalog is a book, is stories about what they made in the restaurant, what they made during that year, with the critic part of Gian Domenico that is a master of this. And so at the end, it's not a catalog, it's really a book. It's a book of the family, it's a book of Angelo.
I love it. I love it, Renato, because there are there are drawings, there are paintings, there are menus, there are little notes about Peggy. It's not just about pictures, it's a story. It's really
a story of 50 years. I know. And when Venice was a different one.
Yes. You as a Venetian. So what's the thing that you think has changed the most in Venice in the last 60 years?
Now it's we go in a subject very, very difficult. I live for my job is tourism, of course, but
of course
we
like
I think
90% of Venetians, so we can't complain about that.
The movement of tourism, I speak about the word tourism, is moving, is changing more faster than what we can arrange for.
Right.
And I speak about the structure, the hotels, the restaurant, the vaporetto, the flight, everything is. If now there is a question of the market, you start to build a plane now, and it will be ready in 2 years. Next year, in 2025, will be obsolete, will be old. That's the problem. So I think the problem is to have a dream and to see what we want to have in 2030 and just work now. Because the problem of Venice is, of course, we are less. When I was a child, we are more or less 100,000 people living in central Venice.
I know.
And now it's less than half.
Yes.
And even the structure is changed because 100,000 there was people who work, people of 40 years old, babies. Old. Now we have in the 50s, baby and old. The people who make a normal life is 10,000, 15,000 more or less. So you cannot support the town like this. So you have to make a big choice, and the choice is to see something in 2030 and to run now. I think very good things. For instance, the last rules about the pacottiglia, about the problems of the staff, is working on it. Yesterday, I saw a very wonderful project with the galleries in Venice to take a lot of places that they are running like a shop of trash. Okay, and so this is the way, because if you change a little the town, you will have a tourist that will stay more days. And so after more days, it became a resident.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this is the only target I see, because you have to help the university part, and you have to help the youngest to make a job that they can do in Venice. Like smart working, like all the things, because
and give them
homes
and that, homes I'm pretty sure you agree. Well, as a hotelier, I'm pretty sure you agree with me about Airbnb and the fact that it needs to be regulated.
But, you know, listen, Airbnb now it's a problem of Barcelona, of Edinburgh, of Berlin. Everywhere. But when it started, there was a minimum stay, and the minimum stay wasn't a problem because it was a 5 days.
Yeah,
and it was a different market.
Exactly.
Completely different. Exactly. If you stay 5 days, you go to make the supermarket, you go to the pharmacy.
You invest in the economy.
You are a Venetian for 5 days.
Exactly. That's why you totally is what I keep saying. I've been saying this for since Airbnb came out, and is what I keep saying to everybody. The problem with Venice is not over tourism as in numbers. I think we can cope with the numbers. Yes. There are enough places to sleep in Venice. It's not the problem. The problem is how long they stay in Venice, and we need to promote education, like you say, art, just show people how much can be done in Venice. I'm totally in line with what you're saying. I totally agree with you.
For instance, if you walk after 18 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the afternoon, Venice is okay. It is not crowded. And before 10 o'clock in the morning, it's from 10 to 6 o'clock p.m. That is terrible. But there are not people who sleep here. There are people who arrive and go away.
Yes.
So you have to change this, because they don't know what they are looking for.
Yeah. I really don't understand. You see, I think right now there is how can I say, a vision for the future. Is at the moment we're living day to day. Venice is planning like
no mission.
Few weeks ahead, and let's do a big event, let's get a lot of money in and be done with it. And it's such a very narrow-minded way of thinking, because we're not thinking what we live in, because in 10 years time I don't know what is going to be left of the city, to be honest. But if it carries on this way, I mean, you can see just by the people coming, they just take photos and walk away, and they don't even remember where they've been most of the time. Is very, very sad. Renato, thank you so much for the talk. Oh, by the way, can they buy the book online?
Yes.
Okay.
Online and in the library in Venice, the art library,
the
Linea d'Acqua, and even the others, you can find it.
Okay, and it's called L'Angelo degli Artisti, and it's a beautiful big book. I mean, I would describe it as is a table book, isn't it?
Yes, it's L'Angelo degli Artisti, the art of the 900 and the restaurant in Venice.
Yeah,
All'Angelo.
Okay. And by the way, for the people listening, the hotel has got a beautiful door on the water that is perfect if you want to do Instagram pictures. I got to say, it's probably the best spot in Venice to have a drink and just take wonderful photo, because you also got a beautiful bar, actually, a cocktail bar.
Yes, but
you need to promote.
Yes, we need to say that if you cannot stay in Venice without have a spritz.
Oh no, sorry, I'm totally against the spritz. I don't like spritz at all. I might be the only Venetian that doesn't actually like spritz.
It's international now that we have the new factory of Select in Cannaregio.
Okay, you do. No, a nice Select spritz, it's okay. It's just I'm not that keen on Campari Apro, but a Select spritz is definitely, or a spritz bianco.
Like and in October, the Venice Cocktail Week.
Yes, I know. We're definitely gonna talk. I'm waiting to see if they're gonna do another interview with me the next few days. Okay, perfect. Renato, thank you so much. And you can find Renato's hotel on the website is www.allangelo.it, right?
Yes.
And then on all social medias as well as All'Angelo. Thank you again for this lovely chat. Speak to you soon then. Thank you again.
Thank you. Bye. Have a nice day.
Thank you, Renato, for the lovely chat. You can find Renato and his hotel at www.allangelo.it and on all social medias as Hotel All'Angelo. Thank you again for listening. If you want to book a food tour or a cooking experience with me, you can find me on my blog www.monicacesarato.com or at cookingvenice.com, and also on all social medias with the handle at Monica Cesarato and at Cooking Venice. Feel free to leave a comment or write to info@monicacesarato.com for more information about the people featured in the podcast or Venice. Bye bye!